You are listening to Comedy Club for Kids presents Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense. Hello and welcome to Radio Nonsense, the official Comedy Club for Kids podcast that's suitable for all ages from 2 and everything in between. I'm Tiernan, and listeners, hello listeners, have you ever brushed your teeth? You have to be very careful brushing your teeth, as you can only do it with a specific toothbrush and not any other type of brush. Yeah, I found that out the hard way. A hairbrush doesn't really work. A paintbrush makes your teeth look amazing colours, but it tastes really, really bad. And just don't even try a toilet brush. Nope. No toilet brush. Nearly everyone has teeth. You've probably all got teeth. Worms don't have teeth, who must have really bad breath, right? Or that could be because you're talking to their bum and not their head. It's very hard to tell with worms. But apart from worms and 100-year-olds, pretty much everyone has teeth, right? So you have to brush them, otherwise, I'm not really sure, they melt or they explode or something, and then you have to go and see someone called dentist. Go and see the dentist, that's what they always say, and then that dentist gets a drill, and I think they put some shelves up or something. That's what I've heard, so it must be true. But if you don't want to have to go to the dentist, then the advice is that you have to brush your teeth twice a day, and I've got a new app to help me do that. Do you use an app to help brush your teeth? Not have a nap, an app, not a nap. That won't help because you just fall asleep. And then how are you going to brush your teeth? An app. You know, app. You know, app? Linda, what's app short for, Linda? Is it short for appalling? Is it short for appendicoenterostomy? Is it short for apple? I'm not really sure. What I do know, though, is that I have one on my phone, and it's called the Ultra Mega Uber Toothbrushing app, which sounds pretty good, right? So, I've got my brush ready. Oh, no, sorry, not that one. That was the toilet brush. Such an easy mistake to make. Here's the correct toothbrush. And let's go, app.
Are you ready? Are you ready now to brush your teeth? Get ready. Are you ready yet for toothbrushing? I'm not sure you're ready. Make sure you're ready. Okay, are you ready now? And hang on. Are you not ready yet? I think you should get ready to brush your teeth. Get ready now.
Wow, this is boring. Let me see if I can skip to the actual bit where you start brushing your teeth.
Okay, let's count down from 1,000 and maybe you'll be ready to brush your teeth then. 1,999, 998. 1,000 wasn't enough for you to get ready? Okay, let's start from 1 million, so get ready to brush your teeth. 1,999,999.
Oh, wow, this is boring. Wow, this is boring. I'm going to pause this app, and before I try to find the right bit so I can actually brush my teeth, let me have a little look in this week's mailbag. This week, I have finally seen all the reviews that you've been putting on Castbox, so thank you for those. I'm sorry I haven't seen them before. Big shout out to Multiple Hazard Signs in the UK, who has sent me so many emojis, I feel sick. Blech. Hooray! And they also said, if you like laughing at people answering dumb questions, this is for you. Whoa, hang on a minute, Multiple Hazard Signs. Are you sure you've got the right podcast? Because we only answer the most serious, complicated questions on this show, and there's every chance there'll be the kind of questions that scientists are struggling with and all the cleverest people will look at and just fall over, right? But otherwise, thank you for the nice reviews. And also, thanks to I39 in Pakistan, who has also sent in so many emojis that I have to be sick again. Blech. Thank you. Then So in Germany put on Apple Podcasts, it's just like a podcast for grown-ups, just that it's funny occasionally. It's more like 33 to 111. I don't know what that means, but firstly, I wouldn't do a podcast for whiffy snout crabs. Sorry, I mean grown-ups, as they are the worst audience, and I've seen them do things like the appalling things, right? Like talk for ages. without saying anything anyone cares about, and I see them spend a long time cleaning a car. Ugh, awful. And funny occasionally so. Again, I worry you have the wrong show. This show is deadly serious all of the time. Why does everyone think it's a comedy podcast? So weird.
I'm just checking to see if you're ready yet. Not ready to brush your teeth yet? Don't worry, I'll play some hold music and you just let me know when you're ready to brush your teeth.
Don't forget that if you have anything you want to send in at all, whether it's a question that needs to be answered or anything else, please get your nearest whiffy snout crab, grown up, to help you email me at podcast@comedyclub4kids.co.uk. Or you can leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Castbox, or leave a note on any episode using the Spotify Q&A.
Okay, now it's time to brush your teeth.
Hooray, finally.
Once I count down from 50, 49, 48.
Okay, while I finally get to brush my teeth, you listen to this most importantest bit. I am very excited to welcome back to Radio Nonsense, Silky, who has famously been to the moon over 300 times, but he doesn't really like to talk about it. Silky, welcome back.
Hello, sorry, I'm just having some sausage roll. I have been to the moon over 300 times. I don't like to talk about it because basically I got my shoelace caught under a rock. I just nearly got home and then it pinged back. So there I am on the moon again. And I should really do something about that shoelace, but it is what it is.
It's why I've seen those warnings of tie your shoelace. You get it on escalators at train stations as well. And there was tie your shoelace in case you get stuck. And I always think it's not going to happen, but you are living proof it does happen. And then that means you have to keep going back to the moon.
Well, I used to practice on escalators by accident because I've got these really long feet. And once I got my chin caught in the escalator, and that was really embarrassing, having my jawbone wound round the. It's basically greasy workings. Greasy
Here's
workings.
the question: the bit with the escalator, when you, because it goes it goes to the bottom. If you go with it to the bottom, what's underneath the escalator?
Well, basically, you go all the way round, and there's kind of gears and stuff. But the thing is, you go all the way round, but there's only about a 3mm gap. So it kind of you get. Have you ever grated a carrot?
Yes.
Imagine that, but the carrot doesn't go off in little bits, so it's just kind of all long.
Is it like a sort of pasta, mate? Imagine how they make spaghetti. Yeah.
People pasta. Yeah.
Right, nice. And then you...
It'd be like a tin and guini. It happened to you.
I mean, I would recommend a tin and guini.
It's excruciatingly painful.
Oh, yeah, no, I take it back. I wonder, though, you obviously... I'm talking to you now and you don't look like pasta. Did you have to... How was the process of getting yourself back together?
It was really helped by the fact that kind of pasta's a dough, and I channeled my inner dough.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got a
little bit kind of rolling between the hands. And then
that's lovely.
That where you go along like a sausage, but yeah, it's good fun. I recommend it.
Yeah. Apart from the excruciating pain, I was going to give it a go.
Yeah,
and then you dropped that bit in, and I was less keen, I have to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and also kind of feeling it scratch down your eyes. That's
really. I mean, that can't be too nice. Yeah.
I thought that was going to be the worst part, but then there's the bit where you kind of all your teeth go against your belly button, and that just feels weird.
Yeah, that's not going to be a very nice sensation because then also you accidentally might swallow your belly button fluff, which I think would be awful.
A lot of people think that, but it's surprisingly nice. A lot of things that people will tell you to keep away from are surprisingly nice. It's like, right, I don't know if you've ever grilled dog poo like sausages. No, I haven't, no. I mean, the smell might warn you off, but, God, it's good.
Real smoky taste.
Yeah, it's like a kind of meat fudge. But I know you're kind of vegetarian, so it's on the corner and it's the cusp.
It's tricky, isn't it? Because I'm veggie, so I do eat eggs, and technically dog poos are dog eggs.
Dog eggs, yeah, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't risk an omelette. The structural integrity is too strong.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you just said a lot of things people warn you against are actually quite nice. What about alligators?
They love a hug.
Right, okay.
Alligators love a hug. Electricity really tickles.
What about a guillotine?
No, they're pretty much for people posher than us, or cutting paper in large quantities. What I'd say is, if you get the chance to eat a load of ice cubes, do it.
Okay, that's fair. That's good. Yeah, this is valuable because I think it's, we don't often get this if you point out, like you said, it's all warning. If you do this, you'll be sick, you'll die, there's all this. And actually, you never hear the viewpoint of the balanced viewpoint of someone coming in saying, actually, guillotines are great for cutting your toenails.
Yeah. Like flamethrowers are really good for kind of trimming nose hair. You just got to get the balance right.
Yeah, you've got to. It's about the angle, isn't it?
Someone's got to innovate. Don't be afraid to innovate. I mean, obviously, maybe get a parent to do it first.
Yes. Well, I always think, like, we don't. We often talk about in history, like the people who invented stuff or the people who discovered stuff, but you never talk about the people who failed. So, like, I always think, like some mushrooms are really dangerous and very poisonous, but someone had to eat them to find that out. Yeah. And we never talk about, like, those heroes. They're real heroes. They're the ones that just went,
all heroes
I'm going to eat it.
Have recipes named after. My cousin said to me when she was quite young, she said, all mushrooms are edible, just some of them only once.
Wow. I mean, that's very sensible.
I mean, I'm assuming that at some point you're going to put a disclaimer on this saying, don't do these things or try that out, and don't see what happens if you pour a hot cup of tea down the back of a telly. There.
Sure. Which is harder to do now. Now TVs are flat screen. Like a lot of our listeners already know flat screen TVs. Whereas in the olden days when TVs were like large, huge blocks, it was much easier to pour a cup of tea down them. Yeah.
Did you used to play in a band called the Large Huge Blocks?
I did. Yeah. We used to do sort of a punk ska stomp.
Yes. It was great. I remember the choreography was. What was the name of those twins who did the choreography for you? They were non-identical twins in that there were three of them. Yes,
that's right. There was Gregory. There was Spectrum, and there was
his sister
Delilah. Meggery. Yeah, that's it. Gregory, Meggery, Spectrum, and Delilah. Yeah.
Yeah, but Delilah was Meggery's stage name, wasn't
it? Only on 3 days of the week.
Good. Thank you for clarifying that. Oh, look, quiche. No.
Yeah, I, for the listeners, Silky is eating what looks like a delicious meal while we record. And I said to you before, none of our guests have ever eaten while on. And I'm hoping that the listeners are getting.
I hope so.
Like, yeah, what do you call it?
It's a nice pastry, but it's quite a soft pastry. But hang on a second, this is better. It's a bit of puff pastry there from the sausage roll.
That was a good crunch.
If you want to sound like a professional in broadcasting, then you don't eat while you're recording a podcast, and you certainly don't drink.
Wow.
Obviously, I mean, it could just.
I have to say,
what they're doing. So
that sausage roll was very. Oh my goodness, that sausage roll was very slurpy just then.
No, that was my sausage roll smoothie.
Oh right, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. What a great. We're talking about being innovative. People often don't eat sausage rolls blended into a smoothie, and I feel like they're missing out.
Like if you're in a hurry, you can have it at ideal drinking temperature.
Yeah, perfect.
Sausage roll on the go for people in a hurry, and it works equally well with like a kind of Mediterranean vegetable roll or vegetable red pepper roll, or a really nice vegan alternative. There's a place that I go in North Wales, and they do like a kind of cauliflower and onion bhaji roll, which is just
But really better through a straw or just.
I mean, it needs to be one of those thick straws.
Like sure. Straw. Yeah, I get that.
I mean,
that makes sense.
You can have it just from the flask. Just that moment of anticipation, waiting for it to kind of
That's lovely. I always think like soup. People don't talk about how convenient soup is because you don't have to chew it. It's just like it's all blended up. So You know, it's like it's so much easier to eat everything when it's soup or when it's a smoothie.
I've got a joke for you. What's the difference between roast beef and pea soup?
I don't know. What is the difference between roast beef and pea soup?
Anyone can roast beef.
That's very good. I reckon I could pea soup though.
Ooh.
I think if I drink, I really like soup. I reckon I could drink enough soup to pea soup.
Oh yeah, I reckon you could.
Yeah,
I reckon you could.
it would take work, but I think it's doable.
Yeah. I've got another joke, which is probably... I don't know if it would work on a podcast for kids, but it depends on frames of reference.
Okay, I mean, I think the best thing to do is to try it, and we'll see what happens.
All right. What is Whitney Houston's favourite form of coordination?
I don't know, what is Whitney Houston's favourite form of coordination?
Hand-eye!
Wow, that's an incredible joke, and I think that I would have thought all of our listeners aged -7 to 4006 will know who Whitney Houston was,
Maybe.
and will know that song about Hugh.
Yeah.
Song about her
do you
loving
call a
Hugh.
magician? What do you call a magician who's rubbish at magic?
I don't know, what do you call a magician who's rubbish at magic?
Ian.
Oh, yeah, I like that. That's a good one. That is a good one. And you don't need to know who Whitney Houston is for that one.
No. No, you don't.
Do you need to know Ian?
I mean, if you can see that the word is magician and it's like magic and then Ian.
Oh, right, because I do know an Ian who's rubbish at magic, so I just thought if you know him, then it gives it an extra level.
I mean, would you tell him, or do you think it'd hurt his feelings?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I just pretend that I can't see where the coin's gone, and
Yeah.
oh yeah, you are levitating and all that, you know.
Yeah, you are proper magic. You didn't just drop it.
Yeah.
You got a coin up your bum, Ian.
You've got you've got to let him believe it's what he cares about. So, you know, I didn't see that pigeon stuffed in your pocket before it tried to escape.
No,
you know.
I couldn't hear it going. Crrr, crrr.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of sad animals work with Ian, but you know, I just let him believe that I know that the rabbit did just appear out of the hat, and it wasn't carried there for days beforehand.
I can do a little bit of magic for you. What's your favourite Scandinavian country?
I'm going to say Norway.
Okie dokie. Would you do me a favour and pick a number between 10 and 30?
Oh, do I have to say it out loud, or do I just pick it? Okay, 22.
Okie dokie. And how many people are there on this podcast?
2, unless there's any secret ones.
Well, what happens if you subtract the number of people on the podcast from the number you just thought of?
Then I get 20.
Okay, and what happens if I do that? Hang on, can you just see?
Oh, you've eaten.
Did you hear that?
Is that? Yeah. You.
See that coin? It's not from the UK, is it?
It's not. No, it's not from the UK. It is from Norway.
And can you see it's a...
It's a 20 kroner. Is it, or whatever the little 20 cent? What do they call the little bits?
No, 20 kroner.
It is kroner. Wow, that was very good. Can you do that with any? If I'd said Sweden.
Yeah, I've got loads of coins up my bum.
I feel like I have to describe that. Listeners, Silky stood up and a coin fell from his bum. I should say he did. He didn't sort of stick his bum out. It just sort of fell from that area, like magic. And then when he picked it up, it was a Norwegian kroner, a 20 kroner piece.
I mean, when you say like magic, I mean, I don't know how much international currency you've got around your fundament at the moment.
Well, the thing is, I say it's like magic because I don't know how long you've been keeping Scandinavian coins up your bum, ready to ask someone if they'll let you do a bit of magic. Because I assume a lot of people go, no, and then you have to go away. I feel like it's the sort of thing you have to really prepare for. So I'm not saying that there is a technique to it, and maybe there is just pure beautiful magic, but you have to be prepared.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I would like you to kind of go away and think about everything that would need to be involved for that to just naturally happen.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but I know you as someone who likes to prepare meticulously. And apart from your trips to the moon, so I just I think that if it was a magic of organisation, I'd also be really impressed with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, one of the things that kind of it helps having extra mass for travel in space, because the momentum, it's kind of useful. So that's why I have coins of all nations up there.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's not
makes
weight,
sense.
it's mass. It
does make
sense.
It's
basic physics. You know the basic physics of it.
Yeah. I know basic physics. Physics, that's what I call them.
Physics.
Physics, the basic physics. Yeah, that's right.
Basics of physics.
The physics of physics.
Sausage.
Silky, I need to listen. It's great having you on the show. We've had your expertise on here before, and it's the sort of thing that we desperately need for the question that we've got in today. I've got a couple of admin questions I have to ask you, but you said to me before we started recording, and I have to ask you now, that you can do an impression, and I just need to know what it is.
Hang on a second. I'm just going to have some tea. I'm going to clear my throat.
Oh, that is tea. Yeah, it didn't sound like the hot dog smoothie, so it wasn't as slurpy.
No, the hot dog smoothie's in there.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Thermos. It keeps hot things hot and cold things cold.
Yes, and medium warm things, medium cold.
Well, when you say it keeps hot things hot and cold things cold, currently in there I've got a sausage roll smoothie and a choc ice.
Nice, lovely, beautiful combo.
So, see if you can guess what I'm doing an impression of now.
I'm going to hazard a guess that it's a cat coughing up a furball.
Yes, it is.
Yes, I knew it because I've heard that sound before, and it's awful. It is an awful sound.
I did that impression at a gig, and my friend Brian says it sounds like a Scouser trying to say croissant.
That is it. What I also like is that there are people, there are listeners who listen to this from all over the world. They're going to have to do some deep dive research.
Yeah.
To get that, but a
cat is like a small furry apex predator, and the house cat Felix was domesticated by the ancient Egyptians about 6,000 years ago.
It's a long time to have a pet. Yeah,
I mean, get on board.
Yeah, fair. Silky, listen, I've got to ask you these are legally binding admin questions I have to ask you before we can continue with the podcast. I hope that is okay with you to have some legally binding admin.
Do you need to swear an oath on a box of tissues?
Yes.
I swear by the remaining Kleenex that I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and then by my nose.
Hang on, I've just remembered that you can't swear on this podcast, so you might have to take that back.
What?
There's no swearing. Well, it's what I was going to ask you. This is a family-friendly podcast, so no swearing.
So I can't even say, accidentally got a Norwegian 20 kroner wedged up the old Muhakis.
Well, no, that's factual. That's not swearing. So I think it's okay. What I was going to ask you, so is it, this podcast is suitable for people of all ages, from the Bronze Ages, Middle Ages, ancient Egypt, in fact. What's that?
Space Age.
Space Age, absolutely, from the Space Age. Also around 7 or 104, whatever age, they all tune in. So I just need to check if there are any rude words you won't be saying. You've already sworn.
I won't be saying lummox. I won't be saying Egypt. I won't be saying melm or whiff.
Melm?
Quiet, you melm.
That's it. There's something really satisfying about the word melm and also really upsetting.
Yeah, it's good. Shut it, melm. What else? Oh, yeah. I will be saying the word bottom, as in
Sure.
bum hose, but I
Right.
won't be pronouncing it bottom. I'll be pronouncing it like Berterm. So Bertem.
Merton. Oh, that makes it okay, and it's also because bottom's a tricky one because you say the word bottom and everyone thinks, oh, that's rude. You're describing a bum, but you might actually just mean the bottom of something.
Like the bottom of a mug.
Exactly. Yeah, the bottom of the
Or,
world.
Yeah.
You know,
Smell
rock
of a
bottom.
bottom.
Yeah, there's a lot of the
The
bottom of the sea.
stinkhole.
Yeah, it could mean
The stench trench has a bottom.
yeah, it does. It does. So everything's got a bottom. So
I've got a problem with my bung. It's in my bottom. I've got a problem with my gravy baler.
I mean, that's. I think at least Burton gave it some sort of charm. Burton
Yeah.
makes it sound charming.
Oh, he's got such a problem with his Bertram. His gravy baler's gone wild. It's like someone stamped on a Bovril Calippo.
I think as long as you pronounce it like that, then saying Burton is fine.
Burton.
Saying bottom is
Burton.
outrageous and not allowed.
I won't be
But
saying
Burton
that
is
at
absolutely
all.
fine. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, good. No, that's fine. It was a good list of words, actually. I'm particularly pleased you're not saying melm or whiff,
Yeah.
because that's the
Why
sort of
if
thing we
you
would
whiff?
get complaints about. But Bertram is fine. Bertram is all right. Thank you for checking all that. The second, go. Yes, sorry.
Can I also make sure that no one just says in capital letters pork snot?
Pork snot.
Yeah, just write it down in front of you in capital letters and just
Sure.
look at it.
Is that because you're essentially shouting it, but with
It
words?
is. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if I write it down for you there, that's kind of...
Yeah, I can see, but that's sort of awful because it's pork snot is like that, which is really bad. Whereas if somebody quite calmly just said pork snot, then I wouldn't feel quite.
The way you said it there, it sounded like it was a kind of a city close to Southampton. Pork
Yes.
snot!
I think it is. I think I've been there. I'm pretty sure people have shouted at me there. They may have shouted pork snot at me. I wasn't sure. I was quite scared.
Did you shout back?
No. I just said Burton, and then I doffed my cap and I rode my horse. That was yeah.
Bertram.
That's it.
I
the
hope
ways-
whatever afflicts you passes quickly.
I think rather than being violent or aggressive, you just have to be charming, say Burton, and then gallop away.
Guy I was at school with, one of the teachers was shouting at him, and he just kind of went, honk, ming. And the teacher didn't know what to do then.
It's clever.
Yeah.
It's clever. I think I had a friend who used to.
Situation.
When we got the bus home from school, there were sort of three of us on this bus, and the other school would get on, and nobody wanted to sit next to members of the other school down the road. So my friend would just sit in his chair and just rub his lips, like sort of just rub his hand over his face and lips, endlessly going ooh, and then no one would sit near him because it was too weird.
If you don't want anyone to sit next to you on the bus, instead of rubbing your own face, you could just rub their faces.
That's a nice idea. Yeah, that's a nice idea. But then here's the worry. What if you're so good at it? They say that's the best face massage I've ever had. And then people queue up round town to have you just rub your hand on their face.
I see where you're coming from.
Silky, I have to listeners, you can't see Silky has a tiny plastic hand rubbing his face. Which is which is really terrifying, and also is that? I mean, assuming that's a small plastic hand. I haven't actually seen your hands up until this point. It could be your own hand. I don't want to offend. Yeah, I don't want to offend. I've got to ask you one more legal admin question. So, Silky, would you rather live in a shoe like the old lady who lived in a shoe, or only know the words to your most despised song and no other words at all?
Well, I know that kind of about 85-90% of communication is non-verbal, but I do like playing around with words. So I would live in a shoe.
Sure. And what
if you get the angle right, then kind of the rain's going to pull down at the heel.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think a shoe could be quite. There's nothing to stop you putting a roof on the shoe, and you sort of sleep in the toe end. My issue would be more the smell of a shoe. After a while, would start to smell like an old cheesy shoe.
No, because if you're living in it, then obviously you go outside to use the loo. You don't use the shoe loo, unless you've got a shiwi for a shoe loo.
You might have a shiwi. Yeah.
Hmm? Well, I mean, he wouldn't use a shiwi as a shoe loo.
Yeah, I mean, also, shoe does rhyme with loo. It feels silly not to. Well, I suppose you would have a shoe loo that is just a little shoe that you poo in. A poo shoe.
Yeah. Or like a toilet system without a toilet system, but a sandal instead. I saw one of those at Honolulu where I saw someone using a shiwi as a loo. There's a shoe loo with a small poo. Well,
that's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, which I suppose you would have in a shoe. Yeah. How would you feel about the laces on a shoe as well? Because if your home is a shoe, but you got the laces caught on the moon.
Do you know? I'd probably use a rising tide, some sort of raft with scissors on to finally cut that lace.
That sounds good. You chose the shoe pretty quickly there, Silky. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that was a good. It's almost like you thought about living in a shoe before.
Well, no, it's just I do like architecture and I do like an arch. So
sure, yeah. You get the arch on the top and the arch on the foot arch on the bottom. So depending on the shoe. Very nice. Well, listen, thank you for answering those legal binding questions. I've had this question sent in. This is why you're here, Silky, and this is what I need your help with. This question has been sent in by Liam, who says they are 12 TV frogs old. You know the TV frogs age range, yeah, the age scale?
I think it goes from ribbit to triple ribbit.
That's correct, yeah. So if you are 12 TV frogs old, I think Liam is about 54. I think
it's somewhere between 36 and 54. So
yeah, it's hard to know how many. He hasn't specified ribbits actually, so it's hard to know exactly, but it's something.
It might have been right up.
Yeah. It could have. Yeah. That's very astute. Yeah. Oh, you're absolutely right.
Does Liam have a question?
Liam does have a question. It's a big question. I hope you're ready for this. He has asked. In fact, Liam says, "I have a question for you," and his question is, "Who is Mr Murpbo? Who is it?"
So it's Murpbo.
Murpbo, yeah.
Mr McMurpbo, he's only got one toe. He sticks it in sand dunes. He looks like a golf tee. Mr McMurpbo hates being called so, 'cause his name's Mr MC Murpbo, and he's a DJ from New York. He's got his own range of headphones like Dr. Dre. Beats. He's got his own range of mics like Johnny Marr. Johnny Marr, mate. These are all people you might not know, but make the acquaintance of Mr MC Murpbo. Because if you don't know who he is, it's on all of your exams. It's the last question. It's worth 20 points.
Wow.
So remember the song, Mr MC Murpbo. Mr MC Murpbo. He smells like a rainbow and he tastes like Stoke-on-Trent, Mr McMurpbo. The original lollipop lady, but he was a lollipop man. He doesn't know where his lollipop went. Mr. Murpbo.
Wow.
That was the song by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Yes, I thought I recognised it. I mean, that was beautiful. The thing is, it becomes quite a tragic tale at the end, doesn't it? Because it's great that he's got his own headphones and mics, and he is an MC from New York. But then he was a lollipop man, but he lost the lollipop, so now he's not. He's out of a job.
To tell you the truth, he was just he licked it till it was just a stick.
Yeah, that is the. I mean, it's one of the biggest issues with lollipop ladies, and for people around the world, what are they called? They're called street crossing guards, crossing wardens. Yeah. They're people who help you cross the road, but they carry a lollipop, and sometimes it's just a sign, and that's really disappointing. And sometimes it is a lollipop, and then they eat it, and then they can't help you cross the road.
Yeah.
These are sad tales. Yeah, well, that was beautiful. Thank you, Silky, for bringing. I knew you'd know who Mr. MC Murpbo was. I'm sorry for pronouncing it incorrectly at the top there as well.
Don't fret. It's quite specialised knowledge.
Yeah, it really is.
There are people all over the world listening to this.
There are people all over the world listening to this who wondered who Mr. MC Murpbo is, and now they know. Now they know, yeah.
Well, thanks, Liam, for that fantastic question. And also, happy birthday to you, Liam, at some point this year.
Yeah, or unless it's already it might have already happened. Is that all right? Can you say and next year as well?
Happy birthday, Liam, at some point over the next 12 months and 1 day.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I mean, there's also the issue, I suppose, if he's born in a leap year, but he's not going to have a birthday for 4 years.
Oh,
it's complicated, isn't it?
You know, I'm gonna play a statistics game and say Liam wasn't born on February the 29th.
Yeah, I mean, might not have been. I mean, he's 12 TV frogs old. He could have been born a very long time ago.
I'm going to say Liam wasn't born. Liam hatched out of an egg in a pond.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all it's subjective, isn't it? It all depends on who you are and where you're from. There's probably a large amount of our listeners that hatched from an egg, were built by robots. I mean, it's very difficult to say. So, Silky, thank you so much for coming back on the show and being an expert again. What have you got coming up in the next 7 weeks, 4 days, 5 hours, and 56 minutes?
Oh, gigs. I'm going to Arran to teach comedy workshop. I'm up at the Edinburgh Fringe again in August.
Hang on, can I just check? Arran is that's one person called Arran, right?
No, it's an island off the southwest coast of Scotland.
Oh, wow.
It's not like Elvis Aaron Presley or...
right,
Aaron
that's what I thought. I thought you were just going to meet one guy called Aaron and teach him stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he pays well, so I can forego all the other arrangements.
That sounds fair. Yeah. It's like when people say they're going to Barry, and it is just a guy called Barry. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Pamela. But if you know someone called Pamela, then pronounce it Pamula.
Oh, that's nice. And it sounds like a cheese spread. Yeah, it's lovely. That's very nice.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
What I like to do, and I think you should all do this, is if you're in a lift or elevator, once you get in, if you're on your own, you stand with the back to the door. And when the door opens, you just go, "Not for you," and press the button again.
That's very good. That's good. Well, I hope all the listeners will be doing that from now on. Sounds good. Yeah. They'll also be regaling tales of Mr. MC Murpbo. They'll be pronouncing it Burton, and it's been very educational. Thank you very much, and good luck with your shoelace, I suppose.
Thank you. I've what a lovely day I've had. I'm just hoping I don't get, yanked off into space.
We can only hope. Good luck.
I love you, Tiernan.
Love you too, Silky.
Keep Keep brushing. Don't stop until all your teeth fall out and drop.
I have to keep brushing. I can't keep brushing. I have to stop. I've been brushing since you started listening to the most important bit, and my whole mouth is so sore. But it's what I recommend I do, so... no, I have to take a break to just quickly say thanks so much to Silky for taking time away from getting twanged back to the moon every few minutes in order to help answer Liam's question. And Liam, I hope you liked your answer, but if not, why not send any complaints you have to Mr MC Murpbo, and I guess he'll do a little rap about them, which I never have to hear. If you have a question you need to have answered, please get your nearest whiffy snout crabs, sorry, I mean grown-ups, to help you email me at podcast@comedyclub4kids.co.uk. You can write a review on Apple Podcasts or Castbox, or send a message on the Spotify Q&A as well. And please do also check out comedyclubforkids.co.uk to see when we've got live shows on near you. Thank you! Right, I guess it's time to keep going. Unpause.
Keep brushing, keep brushing. Make sure you brush the tooth to the very back on the right at the top, and the tooth next to that, and the one 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 next to that.
Hang on, how many teeth do you think I have?
Now you've brushed the first row of teeth on the bottom, it's time to brush the second, third, and fourth rows. Are you ready? Are you ready? You'll soon be eating a seal or a giant squid in no time.
What? Hang on a second. Oh, it says this app is just for sharks. Oh, I see. Silly me. I'm sorry, listeners. I must have downloaded the wrong one. Let me see. Oh, yeah, there's one for worms, which doesn't tell you to brush your teeth at all. And yes, here you go. Here's the one for humans. Let me give it a go.
Are you ready? Are you ready now? Get ready. Are you ready to brush your teeth yet? I'm not sure you're ready. Make sure you're ready to brush your teeth. Okay, are you ready for toothbrushing right now?
Ugh, who needs teeth anyway? Bye!
You have been listening to Comedy Club for Kids presents. Radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense. It's the end.